Well, initially, when we started the division, we had two goals. Be profitable in 24 months and put a product in the field in 9 months. And 9 months, you know, sounds like a judicious time. It's one human beings are certainly familiar with as far as gestation, but we had no staff, no software, no hardware, no manufacturing, no field service. I mean, we had nothing. It was at that point, 6 people. And so we had to be profitable in 2 months and get a product in the field in 9. So we started off, we had to design a computer, get it up and running. And the first products that went out were always one evaluation unit. It'd sit somewhere in St. Louis or somewhere else for months undergoing evaluation. And we were getting to the end of our 2-year cycle, and profitability certainly wasn't on the horizon. And at that point, we didn't even have any high volume of sales. And somewhere in that period, Alpha Beta came through with a large order. I don't remember the exact number. It was 40, 50, 55 units, but it was a substantial order. Stores, yeah. Which at that time was one of the largest orders in existence for electronic systems of that kind. And what we found is a couple of things. One, customers really liked this system. First of all, the complete in-store autonomy redundancy was fantastic. And, you know, we had some early startup problems like you'd expect with something like that, but eventually all those problems got out of the system. And then we got down to some, what I would call subtle problems that were of an environmental nature, having to do with, you know, power distribution, static electricity and grounding, and dry winter climates in Toronto, Canada, and what have you. But I think the thing that, as far as our customer base, we spent a lot of time talking to the customers directly. I did, I mean, with the MIS operational guys. They tell us what they liked about the system, what they didn't like about it, where they thought their market was going, what they needed to compete in the marketplace. And we'd sit there and listen to it. We were a fairly astute bunch of guys. We weren't exactly idiots. And we'd give them feedback and ask them questions. What about this? What about that? And then we'd go away, and, you know, in the next release, we'd give them a bunch of new stuff. And they knew they were getting it, and they could depend on it. And I think that helped us, from a competitive point of view, a great deal. In fact, during the gray days, when profitability wasn't obvious and we still didn't have a big customer, Grand Union said, what about a catalog showroom system? What's a catalog show? Well, you know, we got all these products, and if we're out of stock on this, we'd like to suggest to the customer, here's some alternatives. And of course, we need the complete redundancy because, you know, the weeks before Christmas, the sales ramp goes up like that, blah, blah, blah. Do you think you could do a system like that? And we want to test it this fall. And, you know, that's going to be like 3 months away. Yeah, we can do that. Well, of course, IBM and NCR said, we need 18 months. So I don't remember the exact months. It was a few, 2 to 4 months or something like that. We put our first catalog showroom system in. Without the dual disk option.
Right. But it didn't fail.
Yeah, you know, disks are reliable. They don't fail that often, and God, as luck would have it, we had a disk failure at the most inopportune time. But, I mean, it all ended up working out well. The system did work well. We didn't, that's a market we never did cultivate. It was just something we thought we needed as kind of an insurance policy in case